Hey everybody, this is Coach Storm reminding you to focus your fitness, master your atmosphere. This is a off the script mental illness myth video. So I was talking to my niece actually about uh, what was it, a murder suicide case, and I was just kind of discussing with her how sometimes some of those cases really stem from untreated mental illness. And so one of the myths I want to debunk like right away, just because a person has a mental illness doesn't mean that they're crazy. And mental illness doesn't automatically equal being crazy either. There are highly functional individuals who have mental illnesses that they are treating on a regular basis and are constantly having to modify their treatments. I mean, I'm talking doctors, lawyers, teachers, professors, college professors, athletes, musicians, some of our most famous artists, since suffer from different mental illnesses, and so usually what you see in terms of quote unquote being crazy is a person who has reached a place in their life where they've reached an exacerbated state in their mental illness where they haven't been treated, or they had some type of a triggering event that took them into a place of what we call psychosis or have a psychotic break. But under no circumstances, just because you hear a person has mental illness means that they're crazy. That is absolutely false. Absolutely. You have people that are great contributors to society, politicians, presidents that have, suffered from mental illness and that are managing, I'm not even going to say suffer, but are managing their mental illnesses. And when I say managing, I mean things like clinical depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia for some people, different personalities disorders. You'd be surprised. Psychiatrists, just like nurses, are bound to patient, client patient confidentiality. And, these people have teams, to be honest, they have teams of lawyers that will dedicate their entire life to make sure nothing like that comes uncovered. But you have some people that have been very brave and who have come out in the public forefront and have admitted, yes, this is something that I do struggle with and have struggled with, or they had a family member that did, and it didn't mean that they were crazy. It just meant that they had, just like you suffer from diabetes or hypertension or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is like a COPD, asthma. I don't like the fact that it has this negative connotation to it because people will think, like one of my niece's statements was, well, she had to have had problems. Yes, you're right, but she didn't have problems in the sense that just because she had a mental health disorder, and I'm talking about a young lady who took her life and that of her children. Yes, she was in an exacerbated state, but it doesn't mean that her everyday life from every moment up leading to that meant that she was walking around looking like something out of a Disney villain movie. Like she wasn't walking around looking like Cruella DeVille. So I want to shed some light on that. People, when you reach that place of psychosis or psychotic break, that usually means that you have something that you haven't been keeping up on, that you had an exacerbation that occurred that was left untreated. And so that's why I get so concerned when I know people that have mental health illnesses, when they're checking themselves out of the hospitals, when they get discharged too soon and thinking that they can go back to not taking their medicine. No, that's not true. You don't want to go into a place of psychosis or have a psychotic break when you look back at the situation and be like, who was I when I did all of that? You don't want that, okay? This is Coach Storm reminding you to focus your fitness, master your atmosphere. As always, I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible. My goal is to try to keep them under 5 minutes, all of them. But if you guys have questions about this was just, like I said, off the flip kind of a thing because it came up in a conversation with her. And, just like I hope that I shed some light for her on that subject, I want to shed the light for you. Like, you want to stop doing that. If you find out somebody has a mental health illness or a mental health condition, please don't label them as being crazy. That's not right. First of all, it's not right because I could label someone that's diabetic as being automatically fat, and we know that's not true too, right? So be blessed, everybody. As always, my goal is to seek to educate, enlighten where I can, motivate however I can, be an inspiration. Be blessed.